They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I'll tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Goff now looks to throw.
20.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Watch tight end. 4 down.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson forced out to his left. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 23 yards the pickup there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, a run with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
14 yards in a Chicago first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Russell Wilson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He gets it to Cooks. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Goff. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Cohen, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That's some strong running. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's going to be a long day.
Run it.
51, Mike. Mike, 51.
This time, Wilson will throw. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. From his goal line here, gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Chase, Steve 6.
From the gun, here's gone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Wilson on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2 for 1, 2 for 1.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there. 3rd down here.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
76.
Out of the gun. Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, orbit.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. They'll run on 1st down. Gardner. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
12.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Got it. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. I'll go special. Bang, 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 bang. Kill.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Right now, it's it. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get in that hole.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Charlie.
55. Hey, eat. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Obama.
Now it's gone. Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mike, 51.
Listen.
Rip left.
From the 29, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down again. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
We go, 76, 76. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. I'll get him, get him, get him.
Goff now to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff, wide open receiver, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Tiger, tiger.
3 down. Mike 55.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
2 times. 4 down. Check.
Super one. 80 weapon.
Throwing again is gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, 0.
Check nickel.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the ball.
Now Wilson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. The 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Sponge. No. Watch twist. Watch the
Alert.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Motion, motion. 51. Go. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down. 14.
You can't block me.
Now it's Wilson being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tonight, 180. Hold on. Check.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now you won.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Listen. Hey, my 7.
Goff. He sets the fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Single, slot.
Value 3.
First down.
Ric Flair.
On 1st down, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again. Gone. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Goff throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Ric Flair. 5.
Again, Goff. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. He's coming.
They go play action now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, move the team.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We own them. 25. Check. Lucky.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Front left.
Check 26.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
14. 4 down.
Right here. Hey, watch this.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Here's Wilson, throwing again, flush to his right. Going deep this time for Miller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They run once more with Henderson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. From just shy of midfield, Goff. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Hey, got 4 down.
DC.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to lead to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two-show pass.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long. It's gone. Open man, Butler complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Hold on. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Goff. Gonna throw right side here, complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Now Goff on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
12. Bravo.
Here's Goff. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
86.
Hey, echo.
Watch out for 86. Let's go, defense.
From the gun, here's Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
14.
They try again with Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All go special. All go special.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That is caught. It's Perriman. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Again, it's Cohen. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 66 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Oh, Wilson going to throw. It's caught. This is White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
First down, here's White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Right here, double count.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we?